A few months ago, while I was traveling to Bangalore, I saw a family who was living under the bridge and also a baby who was sleeping on the sand with no clothes to wear and nothing to lie on. When I saw that sight, I felt so bad for that baby and I was wondering what I can do about it, in my own limited capacity. As a designer, I always feel that this is my social responsibility to have a new perspective to such problems that we encounter daily and find a neat solution to such messy problems. During the pandemic, as we all know, there are so many issues cropping up every day. So just like that baby without the mattress to lie on, even the FLTCs, the first line treatment centers for COVID care centers, they were finding a shortage for the mattresses. In other states and even in other countries, the hospitals are turning away the patients just because they didn't have enough supply of beds to accommodate them. Each COVID care center should have a minimum of 50 beds. The minimum cost of the mattresses per piece comes around 700 rupees, and as per the government protocol, they have to burn the mattresses once the patient leaves. So if you look at it, there are around 1,000 panchayats in Kerala alone. So that is around 50,000 mattresses. So if we take a rough estimate, we are burning crores of money every week on mattresses alone. And this is not the only eco-menace that is created due to COVID. I'm aware of the amount of tailoring scrap that is being created. The tailors are making only the PPE gowns and there is so much of scrap cloth that is being thrown away. I simply hate the word waste. I think there is nothing called waste. It's only the way you look at it. My grandma always says, nature doesn't know waste. So I try to incorporate upcycling in all my art and innovation projects. And in this case, dots almost connected on their own. I realized I can make mattresses out of these PPE scraps. I named it Shayya, the word in Sanskrit for mattress. The technique is so simple that if you know how to braid your hair, you can pretty much make a Shayya. Even the tiniest piece can be integrated into that plait. You don't even need a needle, machine or thread to make a Shayya. It is still sturdy, strong and soft. And the best part about Shayya is that, since it has a plastic coating on it, it can be washed in regular soap solution, dried and it could be reused again. Not only does it solve the logistical and ecological challenges, it actually creates jobs and boosts the local economy. And in my unit alone, we have hired around 20 women.
എൻ്റെ മോൾക്ക് ഒത്തിരി മുടിയുണ്ട്, അതെനിക്ക് പിന്നെ ഭയങ്കര ഇഷ്ടമാണ്. ഇത്രയും ചെറിയൊരു കാര്യം ഇത്രയും പേർക്ക് സഹായമാവുമെന്ന് എനിക്ക് ചിന്തിക്കാൻ പോലും പറ്റുന്നില്ല.
എനിക്ക് നല്ലൊരു വരുമാനം കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട് ഇവിടുന്ന്. അത് കാരണം കൊണ്ട് എനിക്ക് വീട്ടിലെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ നന്നായിട്ട് നോക്കാൻ കഴിയുന്നുണ്ട്.
And each Shayya is sold at rupees 300, which is the labor charge for the women who make it. And you won't believe, every day we are getting hundreds of orders for Shayya. And so far we have donated around 700 Shayyas to the old age homes, to the FLTCs and homeless people. Now that this has been recognized by the United Nations in their list of best practices, I hope that this can be replicated in any part of the world during any kind of crisis. It was my grandma who instilled the love of creative upcycling in me, to find new value in all things. After all, solving problems is a human thing.